Dominic Cummings, the name might ring a bell, Boris Johnson's former right-hand man, the Brexit mastermind, now a vocal critic of the very government he helped build. Cummings claims the UK government is fake, obsessed with appearances over real action. Is this sour grapes or a peek behind the curtain of British power? Buckle up! Cummings doesn't mince words. He calls out what he sees as a dangerous obsession with media spin over real governance. Think carefully crafted soundbites, not thoughtful policy, headlines, not solutions. According to Cummings, this isn't just incompetence, it's a deliberate strategy. Why should we listen to Cummings? After all, he was deeply involved in this supposed fake government. Critics call him a hypocrite, a disgruntled insider settling scores. But his insider perspective is undeniable. He's seen the sausage being made, and it ain't pretty. Cummings argues that for many in government, good PR trumps good policy. Forget tackling complex issues, just find a way to make the government like it's doing something. This creates what he calls a fake government, all show, no substance. He paints a picture of a chaotic decision-making process. Boris Johnson, according to Cummings, is more concerned with his image than making tough calls. This indecisiveness trickles down, creating a system where short-term wins are prioritized over long-term solutions. It's not just about one person, though. Cummings points to systemic issues within the British government. He calls the civil service outdated and inefficient, rewarding mediocrity over talent. This, he argues, creates a culture of risk aversion where maintaining the status quo is more important than pushing for meaningful change. Cummings provides concrete examples to back up his claims. He points to the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic as Exhibit A. Remember the early days of the pandemic? The confusing messaging, the delayed lockdowns? Cummings alleges that these weren't just mistakes, but the result of a government more concerned with public image than public health. He also calls out what he calls Operation Red Meat policies, populist measures designed to distract from scandals and appease the base. Think culture wars, immigration crackdowns, anything to generate a quick headline and divert attention from the government's failings. Take the Stop the Boats campaign, for example. This policy, according to Cummings, is more about looking tough on immigration than actually addressing the complex realities of the issue. It's a classic example of style over substance, a headline-grabbing initiative with little thought given to its long-term consequences.
Check one, check.
Cummings's accusations, whether motivated by self-preservation or genuine concern, force us to ask uncomfortable questions. Is the UK government more concerned with spin than substance? Has the pursuit of good PR overtaken the pursuit of good policy? His claims, coming from someone who was at the heart of this government, are hard to ignore. They highlight a potential need for a cultural shift in British politics, a shift away from short-term thinking and towards long-term solutions, a shift away from spin and towards substance. Cummings' critique is a wake-up call, a challenge to the UK government and its citizens alike. Can a government accused of being fake truly address the pressing issues facing the nation? Or will it continue to prioritise appearances over action, leaving the country adrift in a sea of carefully crafted soundbites? The answer, it seems, remains to be seen.